Hi guys, today is my 29, oh god, I feel like my ears are blocked. Today is my 29-week pregnancy update. So it's been a really good week. We've been really busy. So Bump got to go on an aeroplane. We went away on holiday to Mallorca, which was lovely. The flight was absolutely fine. I really worried though, because I've flown to Sweden and to Mallorca before in this pregnancy. And when I was pregnant with Jasper, we flew back and forth to England a couple of times because we were living in Dubai. And we flew to the Maldives from Dubai. And on that one flight, like I had the worst restless legs, and I spent the whole time just kicking out and just being really like uncomfortable and like getting leg cramps, and Pete was having to massage my legs, and it was a really short flight. Yeah, it was just that one flight. So even though I've had like a lot of other pregnancy flights, every time I fly now I worry that I'm gonna get that. But it was fine. I didn't feel uncomfortable. Sometimes I get a bit bloated on flights anyway. And obviously when you're pregnant, being bloated is just awful. Being in the sun was amazing. Bump really loved it, especially because he moves so much at the moment. He's doing these huge rolls and big kicks and jabs, and you can start to feel like different body parts in there. And yeah, so whenever I was sunbathing, he was just going crazy. I say he loved it. He might have actually hated it and been trying to tell me to like get in the shade or something. I tended to wear bikinis the whole time just because I felt too hot in proper swimsuits. But obviously I made sure that I had lots of sun cream on, and I was in the shade a lot, and I had cover-ups and stuff, so it was fine. So I had to go and get a fit to fly letter, because once you're 28 weeks, with Monarch anyway, that's who we flew with, from 28 weeks to 34, 35, you need a fit to fly letter. And then after, I don't know if it's 34 or 35, you can't fly with that airline. I know it varies with different ones. I was supposed to go and get bloods. I don't know if I mentioned this in my last one. I was supposed to go and get my bloods done because they're supposed to take 2 lots at one of my scans, and they didn't. And I went to the doctors, I booked an appointment, and they said it was fine because I couldn't get through to the hospital. Went there and they said they couldn't do it. So I need to book that for next week. That's my plan. So I've done lots and lots of holiday shopping as well. I think I mentioned this in the last video, but they weren't live yet, whereas they're both live now. So there's an ASOS maternity kind of just basic haul. So there's like joggers and a jumper and leggings and just things that I'd wear just around home. And then there's a holiday haul as well. So like swimsuits and cover-ups and dresses and things like that. So I'll leave both of those links below and you can go and check those out. So on to me. It's been a really good week, obviously because I've been on holiday. That's really helped. Symptoms though, SPD is still really bad. I've got I think it's called the Upsy Belly by Belly Bandit coming for me to review. So I'm going to try that out for a while and I'll let you guys know how that is. But it's basically like a maternity support belt, which is going to really help. Sciatica is still really bad as well. I feel like it's not as frequent as my SPD, but it hurts more. I don't know, because then my SPD hasn't been as frequent as before, but hurting more as well. I don't know. It kind of all blurs into one at the moment, but yeah, I'm still getting pains as if I've been kicked in the crutch and as if someone's kicked my bum as well. So that's not really good. Heartburn as well. I've had a lot of heartburn this week. I've just been having loads of love hearts though and drinking lots of milk. It's not at any particular time, like in the morning, in the evenings, when I lay down, once I've eaten, once I've drank, it just randomly happens. So yeah, I can't really predict it and prepare or avoid anything. I just eat lots of love hearts, which is fine, and that works. I did that with Jasper and it worked really well. One thing that I've noticed as well, which I never had with Jasper, and it might just be a coincidence, but when we were on holiday, I slipped up. I fell over. It was on tiled floor in the bathroom. Reese had gone for a wee and dribbled a little bit on the floor, and I slipped up on that and stacked it. And I was fine, like I cried because it shocked me, but I just landed on my side and my wrist. And then when I came home, I was carrying Jasper in from the garden, and we've got like parquet wooden flooring, and I stepped in, I was wearing socks, and I slipped and I fell again and like completely hit the floor, and again I fell on my side, which was fine. So me and the baby and Jasper were all fine. And I thought, oh, that's a bit of a coincidence that I've slipped over twice. Even though they're slippery surfaces, I thought it was a bit weird. And then I realised it's probably because of my balance. Like normally I would slip, but I'd be able to balance myself and steady myself and I'd be fine. So I kind of think it probably is pregnancy, where I'm carrying a lot on my front. I'm a lot bigger as well now, like at this stage, than I was at 29 weeks with Jasper. I don't know if it's because my belly's a lot bigger more quickly, that I kind of haven't had time to adjust to the unbalance. And obviously Like, my posture's not very good anyway, and a lot of SPD is due to the fact that, like, I always carry Jasper on one side, and like when I sit, like even in the car I've noticed that I'll kind of lean to one side. So it's probably a lot to do with that as well. No cravings. Oh, actually, when I was on holiday, those little mini gherkins, I don't know what they're called, I had them last time I went to Mallorca and I liked them, but I wasn't obsessed with them. This time I would just have plates and plates full, lemonade and just cold water, and I've been liking crushed ice as well. Like, I made some ice lollies the other day and they're awful, there's no flavour to them, so I just sat there and like bit them and crunched the ice. Okay, so on to baby. At week 29 he's now the size of a winter squash, and that is from week 29 to week 32, so it's another like big grouping of weeks. So he's an average of 15.2 inches in length and 2.54 pounds in weight, so that's not much different from last week, but still a nice little weight and height. It says, your baby's brain is now in charge of maintaining body temperature and also controlling breathing, which I just think, like, I just assumed that his brain was controlling his breathing and his body temperature anyway. But I guess before he didn't need to regulate his temperature and he wasn't breathing. He only took his first breath a little while ago anyway, so it's weird. I read it and I thought, oh, that's weird. I wonder what was doing it before, but nothing was doing it before because it didn't need to be done. Internal organs are maturing and preparing to function on their own at birth. You may feel your baby's cough. I haven't felt that yet, but he is moving so much. Baby's skin is beginning to look less wrinkly and more like it will at birth, and it's the extra fat under the skin is helping to regulate his body temperature. His head is much more proportionate to the rest of his body, so he doesn't look like an alien that much anymore. It also says in there that there isn't much room in there, so I'll be feeling fuller more quickly, which is definitely true. It also says like muscle and leg cramps will be more predominant now, and they definitely are. Restless legs are really, really bad at the moment. So yeah, I am definitely feeling it, but I'm feeling good positivity wise, so that's a good thing. So I'll show you my bump now. So this is the bump. I'm wearing my like leather look leggings again because I live in them. They are so comfy. I don't know if I feel like the bump's got very big or not. A lot of people have said that I've popped out, but then a lot of people are saying it's quite compact, which it is. It's kind of, it is very much like in the front, in the middle. No more stretch marks than before. And yeah, that's it. So that's it. That's my 29-week pregnancy update. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're 29 weeks or any weeks pregnant, or not even pregnant but want to say something, then please do comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to hit like if you loved it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.